So welcome back to the series. This is episode 7 of the series, and today we're not going to be going into the expansion part because we have a virus breaking out in the series. I know, crazy. It's not like I said that last video. Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm not wasting time this time. Yeah, I make total sense right now. So as you know, last episode, we were over here, and basically, what happened is that like there was a person over here sick, coughed on one of the kind of like soldiers. He went back to the capital, and the entire like capital city basically got run down by the virus. We see it take over the capital and begin venturing out, and this checkered pattern basically resembles where the virus is. And now we can look at the train maps again, because this will affect where the virus goes. So as you can see, all these are going to be the quicker routes. Now, no one knows about this but the brown team, so if they would leak into this green team, they do report it to the green team, dark green team, the Ukraine country, and they're able to shut down their borders really quickly. And it basically starts just going everywhere, this virus. It begins going up to the green team border. They're keeping it out pretty well, surprisingly. And as you can see, it basically infects all of the green team, mostly the more populated areas. Actually, let's pull up this map right here, because this will actually be better to see. And eventually breaks into the Ukraine country and begins spreading really quickly. And once it gets to the trade route, like all hell breaks loose, and it just begins to like go down this trade route. Then here, the green team is still doing pretty well at keeping the virus down. I mean, look at this, they're cooking. But yeah, we also see this major city down here get infected, so yeah, that's pretty bad. And we start seeing the virus get closer to the communist country, and it begins to go inside of it. So yeah, now that that's happening, that's pretty bad, right? Over here, these guys are not infected, so they're gonna go and kind of explore a little bit. They don't even know a virus is happening yet. They're still exploring into this area, and it's going pretty fast. And eventually, this area starts getting explored until they learn about it, so they stop exploring. But these guys don't yet, so they're still expanding. And eventually, it kind of winds down to this area. They also send out some scouts into these waters, and they find they just kind of go down this coast a little bit, and eventually they wrap all the way around this little bay area, whatever it's called. Over here, Sweden gets a little bit more explored. They begin going down the coast of Norway. Over here, basically all of the UK is explored. The southern part, not the northern part. I mean, this kind of get up to like over here, but they just kind of stop for now. And they figure out that Cyprus exists finally. Holy! And the red team takes that over pretty quickly. It's continually heading down the trade route, affecting more cities, and it's going at like a really fast rate that none of these countries can stop it. It gets down to the capital really quickly, and basically anytime that your capital is taken by a virus, there's like a high chance that your leader is gonna die, and most likely your country's gonna fall apart. It goes down this trade route, gets over to the dark green team. It's not too bad in the green team, surprisingly, but that can't be said about this green team. This green team, it does break through the border, and it goes down, and yeah, it basically terrorizes the capital. Basically, their leader does die, so the country gets really unstable, and with the virus taking over more and more major cities, yeah, it's about to fall apart really quickly. But they're not going to be the first to fall. It continues to head down and eventually starts entering the red team. The red team was very unprepared for this. And it goes down and goes down and goes down and goes down. And then it reaches the capital. And basically, it reaching the capital basically just hijacked all trades between Europe and like down here. And well, the leader, he dies. So what happens when a leader dies, and there's instability? Yeah, it's different areas breaking away. Our first country is going to be this blue Persian country. It's pretty big. I mean, look how big that is compared to, the country as a whole. And they tried to stop it, but that's when this dark purple team takes over this part. And yeah, it's basically just falling apart at this point. This little down area takes Guatar. And then they take most of these, like, little smaller areas across the entire bay area, whatever this is called. The purple team uses this and gets all of this inner land right here. Then we see this huge area over here break away. This little area up here break away. We see this light green team break away. And finally this dark purple Egypt country break away. Piece of land get handed over to the dark blue team. Actually, not the dark blue team. We probably would see it go to the pink team. The purple team takes this piece of land down here. The dark red team takes this piece of land, and then this brown team takes that. So yeah, the red team got absolutely pummeled by this virus, and now it's like really, really small, and the economy's weak. But guess what? They're not going to be the only one. The virus continuously heads down, and eventually gets the dictator capital, this dictator country. I mean, they don't really get affected by it, really, because, their guy's still, he has a lot of protection. Eventually reaches down to the purple team, and the purple team, they were prepared for this. They probably already have, like, a cure for it. They just won't hand it out, because, why would you hand that out when you could just use it for extortion later? It does reach down to the capital, and doesn't really, past this point, it doesn't really affect more countries. Although we're definitely going to see some stuff happen with some more countries, despite being it so weak. It gets around this coastal area, and actually over here, we see it start going down this trade route into this country, but they were already basically getting affected, so. Yeah, but this virus heading down this central part of the trade route, basically, as I said, it like hijacked all of it. All the trades got hijacked by it. It continues to go down here, and eventually, once the purple team, it goes up to the purple team, we start seeing it wrap around and get to this one, and as soon as it gets to the yellow team's capital, we basically just see it collapse completely. Our first country is this dark purple team. This was, as you know, by the first and couple episodes, this was the most unstable. I just freaking almost knocked on my desk. This is the most unstable part of the country, really. Mostly this entire region. We see the teal team come back. They're a little bit different. They have a different type of government, really, but it does able to get away with breaking away, and also takes most of this area up here and takes this Northern Island. This country over here takes this part, and the purple team takes this part. So yeah, the L2 has been reduced. Yeah, they were really far away, so there's no way they get over to us that quickly, and they get over to them that quickly. Over in the Ukraine country, we see this huge area up here break away from Ukraine, and this is pretty large. This is almost half their country. This virus continued. We see new countries being born of people fleeing different areas. We see this huge pinkish country form over here. In the Spain area, we see this huge group of people take advantage of the situation and get independence and make this huge area that looks like this. Now these guys up here, they don't really need to worry about this. They're we don't really care. They're really not getting affected at all by this. They're just continuing like nothing's happening right now. They set this huge colony up here in Sweden and Norway. Same over here in Finland. They're going up the coast, and they stop around here as it's getting pretty cold up here. Over in the brown team, they're also seeing some unrest. Huge gold country break away over here. Following this, see the nearby countries, the communist country does take a lot of land. They move in and occupy this huge piece of land over here. And yet the brown team got absolutely destroyed. Over in the purple team, Some unrest is happening because someone figured out that they're hiding the cure to this virus and they leaked it to the world. And yeah, it's basically creating a lot of tensions nearby. And this dictator country decides to use this virus thing to take advantage of countries nearby. And they begin invading into this farmer's country once again. And they basically take all the like major cities and they basically just surrender over. Then they invade into this little enclave over here. Then they invade over into Ukraine, which goes pretty well for them. It basically stalemates with this area going to them. And this little country right here is able to take a little bit more land over here. Then we see them start going after the purple team right over here. And take a major city, take another one. And basically we see the purple team kind of collapse. Now the thing is, let's head over to this map. So let's put this down. So these are all the different types of humans on the map. As you can see like this, the American one, the African one, and then you can see, if we bring this all the way down, you can see the two types. The purple team is like right on the cross border of all of these, so it makes it really, really unstable. They take advantage of it. And, yeah, it's going not well for the purple team. It kind of stalemates down here, and we see a peace treaty happen. This is the new border. As you can see, these guys took advantage of the nearby, the virus going on, and they used it pretty well for their benefits. We also see this purple team, they decide the dictator decides to give some land over. Now, a lot of people question this. They don't know why, but they think it's just to get them on their side. And plus, now they have a major city to set up a capital in. The pink team over here, they're acting like nothing's happening right now. Like, that's crazy. Like, they're just like, oh, like, they're not even helping with the virus. They're just, like, kind of like doing their own thing. They continue to go into the Indian subcontinent. It's going pretty well. They begin wrapping around this little coast area over here. And there we go. Look at that. The pink team's cooking. Now we need to get over to these, like, sub areas, which is, like, these. Over here, we basically don't really see. I mean, they go around the coast with, like, ships and stuff, but they don't, like, they kind of, like, just, like, fill it in, but they don't know what's actually there. But they're just pretending they do. We also see them going down this coast a little bit more. They set up some, little trade areas right here. Get this a little bit more explored. Kind of like looks something like that. They also begin exploring into like this Russian, China area kind of. Yeah, this should be Russia. They start going down into Korea, kind of shoot across like this. And then we start seeing them go down over here into Korea. So, and they basically kind of just explore it all. Something like this, but they can't really actually control this. So they kind of just, they basically just like allow whatever to happen there. And they explore a little bit more into this China area. They set up villages all across this coast. They go down a little. They go down a little bit, kind of like shoot across over here. Set up like a little colony kind of. Up here, they don't really do much. They kind of just go a little bit and that's it. Over here, they basically like claim areas that like were explored. They don't really claim any of this because they actually don't know what's there, as I said. And then down here, we're gonna have this like brown team right here. Over in America, if my mouse wasn't like bugging, like look at this, it's not even moving. Like what is it doing? I don't even know what I just did. I'm hoping I didn't do anything bad on the map. Oh, okay, that's bad. They basically go down into Florida. They basically explore this. They don't explore this area because it's just swamps, as I said. They kind of like send out ships a little bit, and they do find the Bahamas. So that's kind of explored. If my mouse could show me, showing that they explored it. Just continue to go down so they can't find any major islands, so they don't go. Over here, Texas becomes a little bit of a hot spot. A lot of people start moving here to get away from like this green team government, and it basically just becomes its one own entity. but we don't really show as a nation because we're not on that part yet. Over here they start getting up to like these more like hilly, more mountainous areas. It's really kind of stopped, and they start going along the coastal areas. And we basically see another hot spot up here, just like that Texas one. Not as big, but like if you like more cold areas, then this is like where you would go. I'm gonna check back up on that quickly. We need to go over to Africa. Africa's not really. Oh, what the heck? What is going on here? Yo, did these guys like explore all of Africa? Holy. We'll fix that in just a second. Hold on. But yeah, they basically, I mean, at least it's showing us where they're exploring, kind of. They go down over here and kind of just like, they don't really find much, so, they don't really, there's not even a nation here. That's crazy. Back over here, we see that country we were talking about up here on the map. They kind of just like format. It's kind of like what happened, like the orange team over here. That's kind of like what's happening here. They're just exploring out crazily. And then up here, you see like this East Coast, Pennsylvania, New England type country form over here. And the dark green team explores more into like Georgia. Start going up this coast. They also set up a colony in southern Florida and kind of like wraps around and finally reaches over here. Kind of like something like this. They also take over the Bahama Island. And yeah, I think that's where we're going to end the episode. This was a crazy episode, if that's how you want to put it. Like, this was crazy. So we saw this virus. We saw the start of the virus. We're probably not going to see this because, by next episode, it's already going to be affecting everyone. And now with the age of exploration ending, and now the dark ages of the world have begun. So yeah, we had a pretty short amount of time for the age of exploration. The stupid virus thing, I had to put it in so early because some time issues in my personal life. Also, I'm pre-recording this as of July 15th, but it's probably going to come out like August. You're seeing this whenever I'm having like school already. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button. Comment below if you like this idea I did. I didn't really do much exploring because, we had to focus on the, expansion. But yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, hit that subscribe button. Everything I said before, yada, 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 yeah. Just end it. Like, stop dragging it on.